developing a champion's mindset. I know we touched on mindset some, but
Hmm.
like for the business owners out there,
Sure.
speakers, entrepreneurs, what does it take to develop a champion's mindset?
Being willing to get up after being knocked down over and over again. That's part of, if we're connecting sports to this. In sport, you're going to literally get knocked down all the time. You're not going to win every game. The best basketball players miss half of their shots. I mean, you shoot 50% from the field, you're a really, really good player. But some people think, well, if I miss 5 out of 10, then I'm not doing well. Well, no, you're
Mhm.
actually really freaking good. So being willing to get up when you get knocked down, that's part one. Part two is you have to work so hard. Like whatever we're going after is 10 times harder than we think it's going to be. So I launched this PR agency, right? And I started this agency because I did all of my own outreach when I published my books. So I was like, oh, I did outreach myself. I can do outreach for other people. Let me ask people if they need help with this. Launched a PR agency. Stacie booked over 400 podcasts and interviews for clients. But I thought I didn't do well. Honestly, I didn't add this up until today. I was
Oh,
adding
wow.
it up because here's what happened. My confidence got lowered because I would work with someone, we get them booked, we'd get them booked on 6 podcasts and they would say, "Oh, this isn't working. I don't want to work with you anymore." And I'm like, and then we get another client, and they would get booked on a few podcasts and for some different opportunities, but it wasn't enough. And so I felt like, oh, this just isn't working. But we work with over 30 people and
Right.
people got results. And so I think sometimes early on in business, especially, so I only done that business for a few years. Early on in business, we think that things are going to work out really easily and simply.
Hmm.
But if you don't have the right target for your product, if there isn't product market fit, then it's not going to go well until you find the right person and the right people. Then it's not going to work out the way that you think. So here's what happened. The PR agency, I was really down about it. We were moving along, but I had hired 5 people. We had to downsize big time. But we were ultimately acquired because we had great systems. So the operations were intact. We had good operations. We just didn't have the right target. And so we were acquired by what is now Speaker Hub. We were PitchDB before, and I've been able to help grow the team and grow Speaker Hub while continuing to speak and write. So things don't always work out the way you plan. And that's part of the champion's mindset is like you keep going even when things aren't working out the way that you think they're going to work out. Still keep the vision, but the plan may change, the strategy.
Yes, great point. And yes, like we do have a big vision for what we want to accomplish, but it never looks to getting there, it never looks like how you imagine it in your
No,
head. I mean, for example, you were down on yourself, but everything worked out probably even better than you even imagined.
much better.
Yeah.
When I will tell you what I didn't pay attention to then as a new business owner, I heard people say, like, keep the numbers, track the numbers. But just like in sports, you just need to look at the stat sheet and see if the numbers match up to the goals that you have. And the numbers will tell you if it's working or not. But I didn't do a great job of actually tracking. And so now I track all the time. I've learned from working with Speaker Hub and being able to go back and get the numbers. And it's like, oh, we were really doing some great things. And so we just keep it going.
Love that. So a lesson here for you who's watching and listening is like, even when you're successful, there's going to be times when you don't feel like you're doing a great job. And somebody on the outside looking in would think otherwise, but it's amazing how, I wouldn't say amazing, but I would say it's interesting how no matter how successful you are, there's still mindset hurdles. It doesn't end, we get
It
stretched in
doesn't.
different ways. We can easily fall back into old thought patterns because we're human. So I really love that story. It's just a great example of, things are working when you think they don't. Don't go off emotions, go off of the data.
oftentimes we take advice from people who haven't been where we want to go.
Mhm.
And so, but it's not, this is not a criticism.
Right.
It's just that if you want to know how to get somewhere, follow the path that has been laid by the person who's done it. And that makes a big difference. So having those people to look up to and who've been there can help guide you through the valleys when it's incredibly challenging.